So let's start out with something fun, shall we? You notice a theme going around the planet right now? All these talks of the end of days. Huh, where'd you first start hearing about the end of days? You know, heavily hearing about the end of days. I'm not talking about like Pastor Paul Begley who's been talking about it for his whole life pretty much. I'm talking about people who have just been recently been telling you if these things start happening, the end of days are coming. And sure enough, they were happening. And they are coming. And notice the theme. Jewish Messiah. Are the end of days here and everything. Remember where you saw the second coming first here on Brighteon.com. Unbelievable. Where else did you... who else saw Nikki Haley's going to Boeing? Space Queen. Where did you hear Space Queen at? That's right, you saw Space Queen here first too as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. I mean, it's so obvious. Hello, she went to Antarctica. That should have been the ultimate... If anyone goes to Antarctica, they are in the club. They've officially been inaugurated, accepted to the Wakandian technologies and cultures that they have and everything. How come nobody's talking about the CIA blatantly just talking about Wakandian technologies and the special minerals that are held there? The black Todd. I don't really have the whole thing memorized. I'm not even sure if that's exactly what it's called. There's a whole bunch of names going around for it. So, but anyway, so what it is they're refining it, right? SSP material, force field technologies. Notice how David Wilcock said the same thing this past Saturday when he was talking about Wakanda and Black Panther and how they have those same technologies and how they have those same kind of islands out there in the middle of the ocean. And if people fly to, oh, no wonder why you're only supposed to fly certain ways, certain paths and stuff like that. Oh, that's pretty interesting, right? But anyway, I mean, that's unreal. We're not supposed to know about that. Shh. Just like how I was talking about David Knight and telling him about those WoW bankers. See, most people don't know this about massive multiplayer online games, but they have economies of their own. Let's use Neverwinter, for example, because this is one of the good ones that we could use, because they have these crystals in this game that translate to real money pretty much. So instead of spending real money, you could farm these crystals. And if you're a good enough farmer during the 2x crystals events, you can make thousands of dollars by just pouring hours in farming crystals. But the catch is you can only refine a certain number of the rough crystals to the crystals that actually are worth the real money per day. So the goal is to farm as many rough crystals as possible during those 2x crystal events. So in the beginning, when this game was brand new, when it first came out on PlayStation, because this is when I was playing it a lot, because the fresh markets are always the best then. So what you could do is exchange those crystals for the real money currency, so you didn't have to pay the money and you could do the exchange. And the exchange rates were so low back then, you were making an insane profit. And lo and behold, I call them the World of Warcraft Jew banker race. Because there are these people who, the only thing they do when they play, MMOs, the only thing. They don't play the video game. They don't do it. The only thing they do is bank. That's it. All they do is run the markets. All they do is do the control. They just bank. They run money. These are the richest peoples in the game. These are probably the real Illuminati bankers out there. I'm not even kidding. This is in multiple. You can ask anybody about this. If you can get people who are actually in those elite banking clubs too, they can tell you some. That's pretty much what that guy was telling you about. Unbelievable. People have no idea. Anyway, let's move on to something else now. See, just think about all that online gambling and everything, that whole community and everything. Ancient. leviathans out there. Those kind of people are dangerous. Those people, they run those games too because they can buy the best guilds, the best equipments, the best anything. You better believe. You're talking about. Especially in Ragnarok Online, that is a huge problem. If you play Ragnarok Online, the Asians in that game, you're talking about an intense war. You should see the amount of drama in this game is unbelievable, especially when I was growing up. But this is just a topic for a whole nother time. And I need to get kind of like drunk for that one, because that's a whole mess of my childhood right there is dealing with Ragnarok Online. Ooh. But anyway, let's see what. So everyone was talking about Andrew Breitbart today, right? Talking about, supposedly taking up the mantle and stuff like that. You're not grabbing that mantle, son. You better put that back there. Because we all know that getting the footage that he said he had and everything that happened, there's no way. Since everyone wants to speculate about the footage, I have my own theories about what he did and what got him killed. And I'm going to share that with you right now. I'm going to share it with you. You know what I really think happened? I think that he fooled these people, right? He fooled them. And he got into one of those eyes wide shut orgy type scenarios inside of the White House. Remember the Podesta emails and everything with the hot dogs and the $65,000 and everything? I really think also that Joan Rivers get her throat slit and everything, also breaking rules too as well. I really believe that he went in there and he lied to them and he actually got the footage and everything. And instead of releasing the footage, he told somebody. And you know that the NSA and all those people are spying on everyone. And you better believe that he didn't release it. So they got rid of him. They got rid of the coroner. They got rid of everybody. Unbelievable. That's what I really believe the footage he has, because that's the only thing, like he said, that could be so extreme that would bring everything down. Just anything that alone, you can't ignore that. Everybody's seen Stanley Kubrick. Everybody's seen Eyes Wide Shut, for the most part, except for my mom and people of that sort. But you know what I mean. You catch the drift. But that's what I believe happened with Andrew Breitbart. I believe he got the Eyes Wide Shut footage. I believe there's a lot of other people out there who also know that he got the Eyes Wide Shut footage too as well. That's true, especially if you really start thinking about everything, especially everything that's coming out right now. It really does make sense, all the things that are piling on one another. Unbelievable.